Kathryn and Blaise, who would have thought how a broken bicycle in the middle of winter on the campus of Michigan State would lead you both to my altar today?
So, you may or may not know that Blaise and Kathryn were born just one day apart.
Oh.
In the same hospital. And they shared the same nursery. If you know anything about Kathryn, you know that she is always focusing on the future. She sets a high priority for physical safety, not only on herself, but everybody around her. So just imagine my sweet little 7-pounder looking around that nursery. And spotting the baby.
Named Blaise Christopher. Baby Cat is absolutely flawless in every single way. But with baby Blaise, something seems a little different and a little off. I don't know, you're looking in there, kind of put yourself looking in the nursery. Something looks a little off there. Yeah, he's big, but something else. It turns out that every newborn baby cat in the entire hospital was unable to fit his massive head when he was born. Every single one of them. So the hospital staff is running around scrambling, hey, we can't find something that fits. In the end, it turns out they need an adult-sized cat, full-on adult-sized cat, to fit his head that night.
And she said to herself, now that's a guy that can take care of me. She checked that off her list and moved on. So when they say they met at Michigan State, that was just part of the story.
Kathryn is a survivalist with a no man left behind mentality. We lived on our own together for 6 years, and the only time I ever had to take the lead is if there was a noise in the middle of the night, hearing any creak, crack, or bang, and I would just think, oh, please tell me that didn't wake up Nancy True. And sure enough, it did. And she would come flying into my room, flashlight in hand, climbing into my bed, going, did you hear that? So during that time that we lived away in Tennessee, I was the last of our friends and family to meet Blaise. I didn't know very much about him, and I had graduated college around the same time that he had finished his baseball career. And I really got to know him when he went and visited her in Nashville. Kathryn would go off to work, and we did what all unemployed people do. We watched Forensic Files for hours on end. During our marathon, we watched an episode called A Knock at the Door. And while we were watching said episode, there is a knock at the door. Now, I am so excited that there's this 6'5" 5, no one's gonna mess with him guy. I'm like, he's gonna go answer that door. And just as I suspected, he jumped right up, spring-loaded from the couch, and went right to the kitchen and went, do you know who that is? That was the moment I said, oh my God, it's a match.
So I was just wondering what really we had in common. And then COVID hit. And I know COVID was devastating for a lot of families, but for us, we were fortunate. We got to spend a lot of family time together. And you can just imagine, to my surprise, to watch Blaise jump up, run into the family room to make sure that Bachelors in Paradise is being recorded. But I think the real breakthrough for Blaise and I was the 90-day fiancé marathon we watched. That clinched the deal for me.
Kathryn, we love you so much. You've been such a blessing in all of our lives. You've made Blaise an unbelievable person, and you make our family extremely ecstatic about the future, and we can't wait to see what you and Blaise grow with in the future.
Kathryn and Blaise, it is your desire to start building with the end in mind. Repeat after me. Kathryn, take this ring.
Kathryn, take this ring
Blaise, take this ring.
as a sign of my fidelity and love.
In the name of the Father,
And of the Son.
and of the Holy Spirit.
It gives me a great privilege and pleasure to introduce for the very first time Mr. and Mrs. Blaise Salter.